Hey! How are you? Welcome, welcome. Okay, we can start the vlog now. Today, I will take you along with me traversing the Suez Canal. This recording was done in 2020, and unfortunately in that time I did not have my GoPro camera that I am using today. And the recording that you are seeing here is done with a cell phone. So I apologize in advance for the low quality, but I hope that it's enough just to have an idea what you can see if you are ever going to be a seaman, or you are just curious what you can see when you are crossing the Suez Canal. First of all, let's start from the beginning with a few words about the Suez Canal. The Suez Canal was opened officially in 1869, and given the fact that the technology was not so advanced in those times like we have today, this, from my point of view, it's a great achievement for humanity, not only for the Egyptian government. The channel, it's situated between the African continent and the Sinai Peninsula. They dug this channel to make easier for the ships to cross from Europe to Asia. So by using this channel, you can cross from the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea in about 12 hours. Instead, before they had this channel, for the exchange of goods, they were going by land from Europe all the way to Africa. And as you can imagine, this took a very long time. Also, it is cheaper to go through the Suez Canal, even though you have to pay a tax, than to go across the African continent all the way to South Africa in the south, and going up again if you are, by example, going from Europe to Asia. As I was saying, whenever a ship is passing through the Suez Canal, it has to pay a tax. And the tax depends on the tonnage of the vessel. The bigger the vessel, the bigger the tax. And of course, there is priority for the ships that have to meet a particular schedule, and that priority involves extra tax. So as you can imagine, the Egyptian government can make a lot of money from all this marine traffic. From what I have read, it is about $1 billion. As you can see from the recording at hand, there is a lot of traffic on the Suez Canal. And even though some portions of the channel it's only desert and there is not much to see, sometimes, most of the time, the channel is crossing nearby cities. And from my experience, because I have been at sea for about 13 years, every time I pass the Suez Canal, I see new building apartments, new mosques, So there is a lot of activity on the Suez Channel and nearby, and I am sure that they are using this channel for agriculture as well, for the people nearby, because I am sure that you know that Egypt, most of Egypt, is a desert, so water is a luxury there, and they are using it as much as possible for the maximum potential. And of course, most human activities will be near water when you are living in a desert country. In 1980, they have built a tunnel under the Suez Channel, but unfortunately, whenever you are crossing the Suez Channel, you cannot see this tunnel. Also, for the whole length of the channel, there is a railway. You can see it in the recording. The Suez Channel is composed of two parts. The northern part starts from the Port Said city, which is part of Egypt, and the southern part of the channel ends at Suez city, which is also part of Egypt. Between those two portions of the channel, there is a lake which is called Lake Amar. In this lake, ships sometimes are stopping, anchorage, and they are taking provision or bunkering or crew change, or if there are any technical problems, they can stop there. But in the channel, they are not allowed to stop, and the channel crossing is done only by convoy. There are two convoys in the morning from the south, and there is another convoy in the morning from the north. Usually, channeling is not allowed during the night time, only rarely. Whenever you are crossing the Suez Channel, you are obligated by the Port Authority of Egypt to take the so-called Suez crew, which are trained people to help you with the mooring of the ship in case you are having any problems during the Suez channeling transit. Sometimes they bring some souvenirs on board or some fishing equipment and they sell to the crew. But this time, like I was saying, this was recorded in 2020 during the pandemic, and the captain did not allow them to come in the accommodation and mix with the crew just to keep safe. So unfortunately, I did not have a chance to record the souvenirs that they are selling. I hope there will be a next time soon. Whenever I am lucky enough to cross the Suez Channel during daytime, I always like to admire the scenery, and over the years, like I was saying before, I have seen many new things flourishing between the banks of the channel. New residential areas, new excavations, and many new things. Also, being so close to the shore, as you can see, you can have a good internet connection, and we are enjoying some internet during this transit if we are having some free time, which is always nice to talk to the family and friends. As you can see in the following footage, we are using the ship's crane to lower back in the water the boat that the Suez crew used to come on board our vessel. They are not allowed to stay on board after the transit. They can only stay for the Suez Canal transit, which is about 12 hours. And in this portion of the recording, we are approaching the exit of the Suez Canal near the Suez city, and they have to leave the vessel as per captain's order. It was unfortunate that we were here during the pandemic, because I am a big fan of the Egyptian culture, the pyramids, the pharaohs, and it is always a pleasure to speak with any Egyptian guy and find out more about their culture. But like I was saying, Captain forbid us to mix with them because of the pandemic, and we had to stay clear and be safe. We do not want to jeopardize the health of any crew member. Like I was saying, the Suez Canal is crossed in about 12 hours, and you are having pilots during the transit because you are obligated by the Port Authority of Egypt just to have a safe transit during the channel. And being such a long time, you have to change 2 sets of pilots. Sometimes they come 2 at a time, sometimes only 1. But every 6 hours there is another pilot on board which will assist with the transit. In case you are wondering if you can see the pyramids from the channel, unfortunately not. The channel is very far from Cairo. Where are the pyramids? From the Suez city, which is in the southbound of the channel, there is about 150 kilometers to go to the pyramids. I know this because I have done this. We were lucky enough one time to discharge cargo in the Suez city, and I just took a taxi from that city all the way to the pyramids. This was a very long time ago when I was for the first time in the Suez Canal, and I said I cannot miss this opportunity to see the pyramids because I did not know if I will ever come here again. Maybe you already know about the incident that happened in 2021 when a big container ship blocked the Suez Canal, and everybody saw that how important this Suez Canal is for the marine traffic. The exchange of goods between Europe and Asia got to a hold for about 1 month, I think, maybe more, maybe 40 days. And there was huge amounts of money lost during that time, millions of dollars per day. So this channel is absolutely vital for the exchange of goods between Europe and Asia. Here, as you can see, one of the pilots is disembarking. This is after the 6-hour mark, and the next pilot will come to assist us with the transit of the channel for the next 6 hours. This is the next pilot coming now. I hope that you have admired the scenery. There are many things to see here. I know that it is a desert area and some portions of the channel are only desert, but some parts of the channel are crossing nearby cities, as you can see here, for example. And you can admire the mosques because it's a Muslim country. You can admire some villas, maybe some important people, some politicians living there, and some new residential areas. There are many things to see here, but I tried to put only the important footage. There was no point to put the whole 12 hours of transit of the Suez Canal. So I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you have enjoyed your time with me crossing the Suez Canal together. I hope you have enjoyed the scenery. And if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give a like. Maybe you want to subscribe to the channel. I will keep posting interesting stuff from the ship, sometimes interview with the crew members. And I hope to see you next time on my channel. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.